So my media is a video of David Platt praying over the president uh, in an interesting setting. Um, Trump had contacted this church and asked to be prayed over and was on his way, and the church was uh, meaningfully using their time together to really to lament about the shooting, the recent gun violence in Virginia Beach, where there was 12 lives that were lost. And it's interesting because there's this. It seems like the video. It seems like the appearance of the president seems to display compassion over the lost lives in Virginia Beach, um, and also maybe a tailoring or not tailoring, but a pleasing of evangelicals. David Platt is not one that was listed in the names of pastors who would call for praying for the president specifically or anything like that. So there's a lot of things that are unsaid, but it seems like the problem being addressed is how to maybe appropriately pray for the president, but also it could be used politically to show compassion for the gun violence victims. David Platt put out a very appropriate message to his church, and I'm attaching that as well to for anybody to read through. Um, it, I don't know if it presents a solution though, um, and I don't know what hope it brings us to. Can there be um, a life where we mix civil and uncivil devotion? And because that to me that's what it brings. That brings up more of a problem with how I interact with my faith. Is like I don't know how I would act if a president walked into our church service and asked to be prayed for. I'm sure we would pray over him, but I'm not sure in that moment that I could interrupt that service. I think of even just orderly worship in 1 Corinthians 14. How unorderly is that? How much of a thing? I think Gorman talks about the idea that the civil it almost demands to be worshipped. It demands to have your attention, and I think that that's kind of what you see in the video when Trump is like walking off the platform. He stops, I think, two times to receive the applause of the audience, and I wonder. I I got to think that they knew that that was going to happen, and why they would allow that time to be captured by the civil instead of raising the banner of Christ. Instead, I mean, David Platt's prayer is very sound biblically, theologically. It's great. I wish I could pray like that. Um, but at the same time, I think it creates a problem for how we worship God and how we can honor our leaders at the same time.